As far as checking his phone goes, I made an attempt last night. He was snoring asleep, and he normally leaves his phone on the charger on the nightstand or on the edge of the bed frame. It was nowhere to be found. I am assuming it was with him, or like under his pillow. This morning he was in the shower and his alarm went off. I had briefly left the bathroom and was walking back in instead of saying, "Can you turn that off for me like he's done in the past?" He got out soaking wet and turned it off himself. Starting to think getting the phone will be hard. Original post below. So, for context, my husband travels from time to time for work. I've never really given it a second thought. I trust him. We overall have a good marriage. He's a great father. We are in a bit of a dry spell. We have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. Our hands are full. I work part-time. We are just in a very busy season. With that being said, he normally initiates intimacy, and we recently got our kids sleeping in their own rooms, so I've tried to take initiative a little bit more, but there have been a few times where he hasn't been able to finish, and for the last month or so he's had no interest in it. Again, I didn't really think about this. We've been arguing a little bit, but we've communicated about it and we're both working on things. Yesterday, when I brought the kids home from camp, I was cleaning out my car in the garage and my 2-year-old walks up to me with a bottle of anal lubricant. Then I noticed my husband left his suitcase from his last trip on the floor in the garage, which isn't anything major. He typically does bring it in the house or he will leave it in his truck and forget about it. But I thought it was kind of odd that he left it in the garage, of course, to see if anything came across some pills, but because the kids were coming in the garage, I had to close it. My husband is big into fitness and supplements, so I honestly thought the pills may have had something to do with that. But this morning, after he left for work, I went back to see what the pills are, and it turns out that they are birth control pills. I'm definitely trying not to jump to conclusions here. Finding the lube caught me off guard a little bit. I mean, I'm not oblivious to the fact that if we aren't exactly having sex, he may be pleasuring himself. But the birth control pills really have me wondering what is going on. If there is anything going on, I have never taken birth control. So I'm just wondering why he would birth control in his toiletry bag. I'm just looking for some sort of guidance. What do I do? I've never had any kind of urge to go looking for things that indicate being unfaithful, but I feel a little bit shaken up. It's not even so much the lube. It's the fact that there's birth control pills, and they have to be fairly new BC. The expiration date is for 2026. Any help, words of encouragement appreciated. It is possible that his mistress either placed it in his bag deliberately, expecting you to find it, or she left it at the hotel and he intended to return it to her during their next meeting. Did you miss my previous video? How dare you? Just kidding. Catch you in this video?